So.
Right.
So, what do we do when you've had a drink? What don't you do?
Drive.
Well, there is that. That is a good point.
Yeah. No, don't go on eBay. No.
No. Here we present to you a February 1984 Land Rover 110 county station wagon with what was a 2.5 diesel engine.
So you can, yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, I don't know what you lot think of that. But, I suppose hardened Land Rover fans would say there's nothing wrong with it. just rolled a few plates on here and there, but no, it's knackered that in my book. So the whole thing is we had a D plate, no, it was a C plate 110 station wagon in the early 90s, and it was a factory V8. Not done many miles, but it was great fun, but I had to go for various reasons. So during lockdown I thought, well, we'll get another one. It'll be good fun. You just jump in it and all go on a pub crawl and what have you. So I did some research, and we've got anyway, you know, I thought it was a reasonable amount of money. We've got to have something that was going to end up MOT time, end up welding plates on it very shortly. So I thought, well, unless you're going to double the amount of money we're spending and get a really good one, which wasn't happening, it's not the point. So I thought we'll come at it another way. We'll buy something that needs a chassis, needs a floor, and we'll go from there. We know it's right then for years to come. So anyway, we found this one on eBay, bought unseen. Said it needed a chassis and floors, and yeah, looking at it, it was a bit sad. So that's the whole idea. About 12 months ago, my car I've had for 10 years went rotten. So we didn't bother doing anything with it. We just parked it up. And what we're doing is we're going to put the engine out of the car into the new chassis. Let's go have a look.
Follow me. Ta-da!
So what we did was last Christmas stripped it all down completely, whole lot, and then axles off, completely stripped, steam cleaned, needle gun, 2 coats of primer, 2 coats of top, rebuilt, new bearings, brakes, the whole lot. New springs, polybushed, and a new, it's a Marsland chassis. So we got a rolling chassis now, we can push it about and what have you. And the next job was to, we took the engine out of the car and put new rear crank seal on it. What else did we do? New belt tensioner. I think we put a new alternator on it. And then we needed to, so it's the auto box, 6-speed auto. And the donor car actually is a 535 diesel on a 55 plate. So we needed an adapter to the LT230, so we got that from Wiseman Engineering. Ashcroft's rebuilt a LT230, and it's a 1.2 to 1 ratio, which will come out about 70 mile an hour to 2,300 revs, which I thought was enough because if you're towing or whatever, that was great. So we then come to fit it in the chassis. Well, I wanted to use the 5 Series engine mounts, but they're quite a big lump, and the problem is because it's a twin turbo, this sits lower. I think on the single turbos they're just high up, but this one sits underneath, which is right where you don't need it. So I couldn't use the BMW mounts. We had to use. I got some anti-vibration mounts from somewhere. I made my own up. I mean, these guys, they will do kits, but it means you've got to weld to the chassis. Well, I wasn't doing that because it's galvanised. So I've drilled one hole. So I've made my own mounts. Just have a poke down there. Using existing mounts, and there's a series of 5 holes either side in here, sort of in here, in the chassis, and I've used those to. I think it's a 10mm plate bolted to the chassis, and then 5mm to make the brackets up, and then 5mm on the block. Use the existing block mountings, and the trouble is you're right over the axle. That diff, you've got to keep it as high up as you can because of the travel, which I'd say I've had to use these slim mounts. And then on this side is even less room. There we go. You can't see much there, but just it all fits in just about, which meant moving because we've got this here. We've had to lose the air conditioning pump. We've had to cut this inlet track back so it comes off the side, but you have to move it back so it misses this steering box here, which means moving it back 35mm, which means you can't use your drum handbrake. There's a cross member here on the station wagons, and I think the 90s chassis are different, but we had to put a disc handbrake. And even then the caliper wouldn't fit. We've had to spin it round 90 degrees. I don't know whether... get under there and have a look at that. I think... can you see that there, Sean?
Yes.
So this is at... it should be at 12 o'clock, but this is right in the way. So we've got to move that till 9 o'clock. And of course your cable's coming out the wrong way then, so we've had to do this bracket so the handbrake cable goes... and up there. Anyway, that's because we moved it back. Had to move it back, but she's all there bolted in, which meant we've got to have new prop shafts. So we've had them made. Just our local lad uprated prop shafts, thicker tubes, slightly stronger yokes. We put the front one on so he's coming to do the exhaust. A friend of mine is going to build up the exhaust. We're going to use the existing the 5 Series silencer box, and just mount it out the back, mount it central, and then just a 3-inch bore right out the back. New tub floor, second row floor, seat box. Front floors, bulkhead.
Yep, definitely.
Galvanised side frames. About to put a wing on. Yeah, everything's got a gasket where the two metals meet. We've got a gasket. Trying to just stop it from fizzing. Everything. These things fresh galvanised. What else have we done?
You got coil springs?
Yeah, new springs, new shocks, everything. Seat bases all stripped. They were to do a couple of repairs, powder coated, front and back, and the cushions are now away being recovered. We're going to go for middle seat cubby box, but we'll mount the gear change just about there because there's no room for it there. So the cable's going to come just here, and we can box that in somehow, and lengthen the cable a little bit, So this is where we're up to. At the minute, power steering. It was £2,000 pressure, and I think the Land Rover, the boxes are rated about 1,000. So we've had to went to see my local lad, and we've just eased the spring back on it. Hopefully enough. And we fit the BM or power steering cooler.
Yes.
As well. The rad is the radiator is out of a 3 Series because it's narrower. The 5 Series was just too much. You couldn't get these intercooler pipes
Around that
round.
side.
It was, if I lifted it up, went underneath, it was too high. So we've gone with the 3 Series, matched to the engine, pipes round through another intercooler. It's all just about fits. Just put the fan in the other week, so that just fits. Just about.
Yeah.
So, we've just got. It's going for paint shortly, and when it's back, we'll put the battery and get some fuses on there. We've deleted swirl flaps, the EGR valve, a DPF filter, and the catalytic converter. All that's been deleted. Immobiliser's gone. So we keep it simple as possible. So we'll just we'll do a vid when we fire it up, when we first start, and then all the side panels are ready to go on. Windscreen, the roof just needs a little bit of a repair and painting. Got me doors, back door, front wings, wing assemblies. So it's all kind of waiting for the paint. We can bolt it all back together, and hopefully summer we'll be out.
Fire it up?
Yeah, about June time.
Yeah.
We'll do another video when we fire it up. And we're going to
stitch together
far. Yeah, how we've got this far. I can't find the time to just film and do this as well. It's all a bit crazy.
I can do that.
But yeah, hope you've all enjoyed it.
Yeah.
See you soon.
Transformation too.